The last time we saw Julianne Moore on the big screen, she played a mother trying to find her missing son in the hit thriller The Forgotten. Now she's back in theaters as a mother of 10, helping to support her family as the prize winner of Defiance, Ohio. Julianne Moore is with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I remember hearing about this book.
Yeah.
And about this is based on a true story.
It is. It's based on a memoir written by a woman named Terry Ryan, who was one of her middle children. And it's a book that kind of was one of those things where a lot of book clubs read it. It was sort of passed around from person to person.
Yeah.
And when I've been on the playground, people said, "Oh, my mother sent me that. I gave it to my sister, and then my brother read it." And it's a beautiful, very, very funny, very smart memoir about growing up in this family with this incredible woman.
Set in the 1950s, and here's a woman who has this house full of kids and a husband, for various reasons, who's not really bringing home the bacon.
Yeah, he was an alcoholic, this man. He basically drank his paycheck, which was meager. You know, he's a machinist, and when you have all those children, it doesn't go very far. So she found a way. She, at heart, was a writer. I think had wanted to be a journalist, and then got married, started having these children.
Yeah.
She started entering these contests. At the time, there were all these jingle and slogan contests.
I'm a child of the 50s. I remember that era, and the movie, it just is so vivid that way, and sort of portraying it. It's amazing.
And
she won unbelievable amounts of money.
She won a lot of stuff, and she would win these prizes, and what she didn't want to keep, she would sell. You know, if she won a trip to Switzerland or something, she would sell it and put the money toward the mortgage.
And it seems to me the most important lesson she's trying to teach her children in all of this is that the glass is half full.
Yeah.
I mean, if in anything, and I mean, she is drowning in this. Really could have drowned in a sea of misery.
She really could.
And chose not to.
Yeah. No, she didn't.
I'm going to show a little clip that helps illustrate this.
Okay.
Take a look.
Life stinks. Gosh, Mom, just look at today. You finally get a chance to go somewhere and the lousy car breaks down. It's not fair. If I were you, I'd be angry all the time.
Well, that wouldn't do me any good now, would it?
For gosh sakes, Mom, you're only human.
Oh, sweetheart. Maybe I'm meant to make it to the Apple-Daisies. Maybe I'm not. But right now, I'm sitting here in the shade, having a conversation with my wonderfully feisty daughter. And I intend to enjoy this moment to the fullest.
I love that scene. I so love that scene. It just seems so
She's
vivid.
a lovely girl, too, that actress, Ellery. She's really, really lovely.
Her children are still alive.
They're still alive, all of them.
Did you get to meet some of them?
And I did. They were all on the set at various times and are wonderful people. And I think that is her greatest tribute, you know, that she raised these incredibly loving, smart, generous, kind children, you know, who were so excited to be there and so glad to talk about their mother and so happy to celebrate her memory. It's a wonderful legacy, you know, to have something like that.
I sat there watching the movie and I kept saying to myself, you know, because Hollywood, it creates images of things that we either want to be or a fantasy or something.
Yeah.
And this is a very embraceable movie in that way, in the sense of, I don't want to seem too ridiculous, but, you know, shouldn't we all be able to live a little bit more like that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's the thing that's so inspiring about her. You think, oh my gosh, she had so little and achieved so much, and without any kind of grumbling, with the full appreciation of what she had every day, and a real enjoyment of her life. One of the things that's in the book that is not in the movie that Terry Ryan wrote, it's so funny, is that the minute her mother would sit down, she'd fall asleep. And I thought that was perfect, because she was on her feet all day. She was doing the laundry, doing whatever, and you know, and writing this stuff. And that she said they'd sit down and she'd just like go, like right out, you know.
It also portrays a time in America in the 1950s when there just were not opportunities for women.
You know, it spans a 10-year period from about like 1955 to about 1965, and people didn't, you know, women didn't receive the same kind of education. You weren't expected to have a job. You didn't really have, you know, birth control was not legal until the early 60s. So if you can imagine, you know. 10 kids, lots of problems. She beat the system. Yeah. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too.
Really lovely movie.
Thank you very much.
You bet.